Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
It's really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
Hi there, episode 107 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you. We're already halfway through the month of January. Man, we were just flying by. Pretty weird because it has failed to really feel like January at all for the last, 16 days. I'm recording this on the 16th. And again, we're talking about a day that's going to be above average. So, man, just rolling along here for this first month of the year. And boy, have we been lacking in snowfall as well. Going to do something a little bit new. I want to try to kind of ramp up some of the podcasts here and got to try some new things out. We're still going to kind of do the same things that we do. Try to stay topical on events that are happening and addressing some maybe new phenomena that you didn't know what it was. And kind of getting into that as, those kind of things happen. And obviously we want to focus on anytime we have significant weather. The Snow Talk series that we do does very well. And we greatly appreciate you guys spending some time. But I think something else that I want to try to do on a weekly basis here is also give you guys a forecast. I know a lot of people are maybe listening to just from my own personal experience, I probably cut down on a lot of my radio consumption, because I have so many podcasts that I'm interested in listening to. And so a lot of my drive time is done listening to podcasts. And so I know that we provide a service on the news side with, news updates, and that many of you may kind of check that out. And maybe this will be something that you can add to your daily routine as well. So I'm not going to do it on a daily basis. I don't want to bombard people. But I'm thinking at least to start things off, just to see what maybe you guys like. We may start doing at the beginning of the week, just kind of a look ahead, I think is what I'm going to end up calling it. And we'll throw the date on there and we'll just give you the week's forecast for the week ahead. Just so when you're getting up Monday morning, you're driving to work, you're going to school, you're doing whatever you need to get done Monday morning, and you're listening to your podcast, doing your routine, that you can get a quick forecast update. Won't be a real lengthy one. I'm not going to talk in depth for 30 minutes like I do sometimes about it. It's just going to be kind of a quick hitter forecast for you, kind of get you going, and just kind of a little more detailed on what to expect for the week ahead. So that's something that we're going to start trying out, and that's what we're going to do for this podcast. And again, we'll still pepper in, when we see fit, topical podcasts, whether it be interesting subjects or, of course, whenever we have significant weather, we'll break it down on the daily for you. And that's the beauty of having a podcast, is you can kind of make it what you want, and we want to be able to be flexible on what people also want to consume. So we'll give this a try. And of course, we always want to hear your feedback too. So make sure you drop us a line. But we're going to have that first look at your week forecast here for the week of January 16th. That's coming up next here on Weather Weekly. Episode 107, and this is our first installment of a look ahead. This is the forecast for the week of January 16th, 2023. And before I get to the forecast, I did want to give a little interesting take on here. Now, over this past weekend, we did kind of fall back a little bit. Temperatures were into the 30s on Saturday, lower 40s for many areas on Sunday, which that's still slightly above average. But it's interesting now as we go through, and I'm recording this on the 16th, the first 15 days, so we're already halfway through the month here, our average temperature, that's factoring in all the highs and lows and everything in between, for the month of January to date, 45.8 degrees, and to date, that ranks as the 5th warmest on record. It is the warmest since 2007. Our average temperature was nearly a degree warmer than where we're at right now at 46.7. So pretty impressive here. Very rare territory that we are in right now, and I think we only will climb that ladder. So let's go ahead and dissect the forecast for you. We begin with Monday the 16th. We do have a kind of a weak boundary that's going to be coming through for the holiday. A lot of cloud cover for the morning hours. Scattered showers do return probably any time after midday and may ramp up the intensity in terms of moderate, maybe even heavy pockets of rain. I'm not anticipating any thunderstorms, certainly nothing severe or anything like that. But the evening drive does have the potential for being wet, some heavy rain possible. There could be some areas to pick up quick half-inch of rainfall out of this system. It will break up a little bit by mid-evening and by the overnight hours, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, although we'll have some isolated showers for the early overnight. I do think we'll start to dry out as we gear up closer to daybreak. The other interesting factor outside of the rain, our numbers will probably hit the mid-40s by this afternoon, but we will continue to warm closer to 50 degrees as we approach midnight tonight. So your evening is going to get warmer and warmer. And then Tuesday looks to be probably the best day of this 8-day forecast. You're looking at a mix of sun and clouds and well above average temperatures, highs in the low 50s as we head into your Tuesday afternoon. So we're continuing that above average trend. Another warm front's going to be sliding in here for Wednesday. I think we're going to start things off dry on Wednesday, but then a pretty good shield of rain along this warm front arrives by the afternoon, the evening hours, and will likely carry over into your Thursday. And we could pick up an additional half an inch to maybe as high as an inch of rainfall out of this midweek system. It's also going to cool things down a bit, but not until the front passes. I've got a high of 47 on Wednesday, 49 on Thursday. We'll dry things out, I think, after that. The pattern does become a little bit more quiet, a little less active. By Friday, we're going to cool back to around 40. I think it comes with a lot of cloud cover too. Same thing for Saturday to kick off the weekend. Maybe a little bit chillier on Sunday with highs in the upper 30s. And then leading into early next week, Monday, you're looking at numbers probably in the low to mid 40s. Just beyond that, the extended then kind of has us into the mid and upper 40 range. So I don't see any significant signs of chill. You know, that cold Arctic Canadian air surging down, kind of like what we had over Christmas weekend. I really don't see any signs of that anytime soon. At least for the next 15 days, I think we're probably going to stay on the quote-unquote milder side. And so this could make for one of the warmer Januaries that we've had. And we've been struggling with snow. We didn't get a lot of snow last January either. Remember, our big snow happened in February. So we may make this 2 Januaries in a row where not only was it minimal snow, but barely any snow. We're just not seeing much on the horizon in terms of any significant snowfall over the extended period. I'm just looking at some of the ensembles here. Yeah, nothing until maybe the end of the month. There's some hints that there could be something, but I'd say not even half of the members are saying we'll get accumulating snow. So when you're talking 50-50 in terms of ensembles and that late into the forecast, 2 weeks away, it's the land of voodoo, as one of my favorite meteorologists, James Spann, down in Birmingham, Alabama, he often says when you get that far out. So again, no significant signs of any winter weather anytime soon, but we also know that we have a long way to go. Our biggest snow last year was in February. We've seen snow the past several years in March and April, so we still have a long way to go before we can clear things out in terms of snowfall for this year. We'll wrap things up for this look ahead forecast that's coming up next here on Weather Weekly. Thanks for checking in on Weather Weekly, episode number 107. Hopefully you liked this quick forecast update. And if it is something that you like, something certainly we will continue to add to the segments that we do here with Weather Weekly. It's something that continues to evolve. And I'm lucky enough to have bosses and managers that want to take this in many different directions. And that's what we're here for. I love talking about weather and whatever you guys find useful, we like to try to adjust a little bit too. But always feel free to shoot me a line, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. I'm also on social media, Marcus Bailey Weather on Facebook and at Marcus Bailey, all one word, on Twitter and Instagram. I'd love to hear your comments, complaints, suggestions, anything like that. we want to try to make this work for you. That's why we're here. I'm not just going to do it just to hear myself talk. So hopefully it's something that we can continue to do on a weekly basis. And maybe if it's a demand for it, we do it a little bit more than that. But we'll kind of see where this takes us here. It's all kind of an experiment here. And hopefully you will find this helpful and useful. So make sure to shoot me a message and let me know your thoughts. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. We will talk to you next time. Have a great week, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.